Okay, we have a car here that I've always been wanting to do for a long time, even with my own car before, which I actually never got to do, which is modify it the correct way. As most people who know me know that my first car was a Mitsubishi Eclipse, so cars like this have a special place in me, and I've done it all. I've gone through it. Broken handle, busted water pump, busted thermostat, modded this, modded that, modded it the wrong way, modded it the wrong way again. So whenever somebody who has an Eclipse who drops by the shop and asks me what to do, I basically tell them, I'm the only guy you need to talk to. Don't talk to your friends, don't talk to your kabarkada, especially not your car group, because none of these people know anything. You talk to me because I am the Eclipse expert. And this is exactly what this person did. So he inherited this car from his father, and you can see it's a convertible. It's kind of rare here. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to do the intake, full exhaust system, and then we're going to tune it with the Unichip. I actually did the intake and exhaust on my old Eclipse. Well, it was the wrong size because I used a 2.5 inch where it should be a full 3-inch exhaust, and I never really gotten around to install Unichip on the car back then. So this is somewhat of a redemption for me, just to see how much more power we can get. So yeah, car has 87,000 kilometers on it, which is actually not too bad. It's I believe a 1999, so 20-year-old car for all intents and purposes. I like the steering wheel too, and none of these buttons activate the NOS. Off the bat, I noticed something, medyo palyado ng konting-konti. It's not as smooth as it should be, so we're also going to check up the spark plugs, and then most likely the spark plug wires, because these things have a habit of breaking by themselves over time. Yes, I know, because it happened to me. So we're dealing with pretty much a stock engine here. So this, we're going to put a K&N cone filter here. Then we're going to do the exhaust, which will start here from the turbo outlet. I already actually have a bolt-on turbo outlet, or as they call it the old days, O2 body. Then from then on, we're going to do a full 3-inch exhaust all the way to the back with a Borla muffler and 2 oval tips. Because the stock Eclipse did come with 2 small round tips like this one, so we want to keep the natural look of the car. And another thing that I was supposed to do back then that I realized was kind of stupid now is I wanted to drop the intake all the way down here before, thinking that it would be a colder intake, thinking I would get more power. No, it's not true. The K&N that we're going to be putting here will not have a heat shield, because that is 100% useless. Because the air that goes in here will just get heated up by the turbo again. So the proper actually the next modification for this car is actually a bigger intercooler, but according to the owner, that's already in the plans when he does get an even bigger turbo. So there's only one turbo here that's bolt-on, and that's a big 16G. But still, we put it on the dyno first, see what it makes. Last Eclipse we did made 170 horses, but that was a manual, so this is an automatic. Mine did 155 before, and Auto Plus's dyno, so we should expect to see similar numbers from this car on our Dynapack. And we're done with the Eclipse. And yes, I am the only Eclipse expert in the entire country because I have one. I was the president of the Eclipse Club way before, and I know this car inside and out. And such that I know where the ECU is located, which unlike most modern cars now, it's actually located still here inside the dashboard. It's actually here. And that's the ECU right there. You have to take out this entire panel just to be able to access it. So the Unichip is installed here. These are the wirings that go with it. We're using a Unichip Q because this thing still is cable throttle. There's nothing for the Unichip Q4 to control. What we're doing here is altering the signal from the MAF and then to the injectors, and the ignition timing is controlled through here. So once upon a time, for all you old school people, this means that you have to install an Apex I SAFC and an Apex I ITC. For all you old timers, you should know what those mean. That's not being sold anymore. It's pretty much been rendered obsolete, just like your old Motorola flip phone. There's no point in getting any of those when Unichip will do the whole thing. And this is the result that we got. This dotted red line is stock. So 155 is what we expected, which is pretty much correct. This is after intake and exhaust. So from there, we're already up to about 165 here, and then there's a good 15 horses here, and good 10 horses here. This is after Unichip tuning. We're at 188, so 190 horsepower. Still not able to crack the 200 wheel horse without a boost controller, which owner didn't want to put. Well, not yet, because plans are to install a big 16G turbo anyway. So if we do have a boost controller, we will definitely hit the 200 wheel horsepower mark. So from this one here, from 50 horse, we got a 40 horse increase here at the very low end. It's about 2,000 RPM. Then all the way up here from 165 to 190. That's another 25 horse increase. If this were a manual car, then we would definitely get 200 to the wheel. That's just not bad for a 22-year-old car. So here on the engine side, first thing we do is change out the filter to a K&N unit. I have this exact same unit back then on my Eclipse. It's a K&N RC3160 and our mass airflow adapter. So this provides better airflow going to the turbo. And when this car came in, engine was shaking a bit, so medyo palyado. What we did is we changed out the high tension wires here to NGK ones. Nice color blue. Then we changed out the spark plugs inside to iridiums. So now it idles a lot better, and then we're able to tune it without any detonation whatsoever. So yeah, 190 horse Mitsubishi Eclipse. Not bad at all.
Start pa lang pala, puta nga, dahil pinainit pa. Ang grip pa. Balik asawa.
Sir, diretso tayo doon, tapos doon tayo sa maluwag. May dumaan sa may ano? Sa may...
Uy, lumakas.
Tingin pa! Oo, nag-iba nga. Baka nga may grounded lang yung ano mo.
Grounded niya.
Baka tingin ko nga grounded sa akin nina yun. Yan din yung busina mo. Lumakas. Hindi na nakakaano.
Ito palit.
Ah sir, kamusta naman performance?
Okay na, lumakas.
Lumakas tayo ng ano. Ito ng internet. Kaya assistant. Yun o. Ano eh?
Ha?
Gumagalaw.
Gumagalaw ba? Bakit ay nagpag siya? Kumano ba rin?
Ha?
Malaki yun yung problem.
Oo, gago. Nakakatakot na. Takot na.
Sumihinga na din.
Kaya makakaulit dun sir sa stoplight. Bakas yung busina mo. Joke. Ganun pa rin. Yan, dire-diretso dyan. Putang ina, namamangapit ako, gago. Kaliwa dyan, sir.
Si Sir Sid pala ang ano. Eclipse Club.
Dito ko naman. Lang?
Eclipse Club. President. Dati.
Kaya kabisado niya to. Kaya di pa rin ako. Kaya sir sa stoplight. Hindi alam, may sarili ako sa sasakyan. Bukas yung tunog. Sige ba yan? Okay.
Ayaw ko na. Nagdala ka items mga ano na.
Magkano ba ito kaya? Pinala na. Di magkano na pala yung boost.
So, bumalik ko. Nagre-release na siya ngayon. Saan tayo, boss?
Ano? Iwanan ko si Bengkok. Ano sabihin nun?
Ito yung rides.
Basta tayo. Nag-enjoy ba?
Hindi ko na alam, wala sa akin.
U-turn ka na lang. Yung una, walang ano, tahimik lang eh.
Oo, ngayon, sumisipol na siya eh.
Sumisipol naman ang una pero
Hindi ganun na ngayon, parang bumubog eh.
mas mataas na kasi sir yung boost niya ngayon eh.
Oo nga.
Kaya mas malakas yung sipol.
Parang nung ano, walang blow off valve ito eh.
Balik naman yung manibela mo.
Oo nga, kapalit. Lahat naman yan, para maayos na lahat eh.